Hey YouTube, Dutchsinse here. It is 2:14 a.m. Central Standard Time on Thursday, April 14th, 2011. And I was finally able to obtain the updated radiation and jet stream forecast from a couple different agencies, and I think it's important that I show it to you. So these are, this is of course the NILU, which is the Norsk Institute. They've been right on in their forecasting so far. And what I'm going to show you first is iodine 131 total column release, which means it's from 0 feet to 5,000 meters or more, which is 15,000 feet approximately. So let me just start it up here and pay attention to the color code on the right and of course to your location in the world. And the date is up top scrolling. Okay, so that takes it to the 14th, the 15th, 16th, 17th. Iodine 131 total column. It's coming right over Alaska and down towards the west coast. Alright, so that's the first one, iodine 131 total column. Now let's take a look at iodine 131 surface concentration. And let me start this over. Again, pay attention to the date up top and the color key to the right. And you can see mid-levels are definitely coming towards the United States, and these forecasts have been fairly accurate. Okay? Again, iodine 131. Okay? This is going to be cesium 137 total column. And again, that's from 0 to 5,000 meters, which is 15,000 feet. And you can clearly see low levels at first coming over on the 16th and 17th. And you have a cloud again curling down over Alaska and coming to the west coast. Now, there has already been a very noticeable amount that has come over already. So this is current projections off of what is currently coming off of Fukushima. It doesn't count what's already passed over. But I figure I have to show you the current ones before we go and look at the past. Okay, here's cesium 137 at surface level. Date, color code. Okay, let's close that out. Now let's look at xenon 133. And let's look at total column first. Again, pay attention to the color code. And on xenon 133 we have much higher levels. And unfortunately I believe a lot of people's radiation detectors do not pick up xenon. There you go. Mid-range coming over the United States and Canada. Low range coming over Europe. So we are getting it. For sure. And it's even swirling back out, and it's going to mix back in and come back around over Hawaii. So Hawaii is going to be getting a lot of this, and it looks like it's transporting right over. Definitely looks like it. Okay, that's total column, 0 to 5,000 meters. Here's surface level. Surface level xenon 133. Let's start that over. West coast. You can see it, and that picks up where the tail end of my last forecast trailed off. So we've had it for a while. It's been almost 2 to 3 weeks of this. This is just, again, what's current. So if you live on the West Coast, do not get this precipitation on you. It has all 3 types of isotopes. If you live in the Midwest too, I mean, it really almost looks like once it's getting to the Midwest, it's kind of fizzling out precipitation-wise, and that's probably because of all the storms that we're having is taking a lot of that out of here. Okay, let's close that out. And close out the cesium-137. Now here's one, this is the URAD agency, and I've showed this to you several times. This is the cesium forecast. And so they have this is the one I've got to show you. And honestly, this is total accumulation that they're showing occurring from the time of the explosion until now. This is total accumulation. Watch. This is cesium-137. Here's the color code down below. And the date picks up at 4/7, 4/8, 4/9, 4/10, 4/11, 4/12, and then today, look at this. Look at this. Again, it stops basically tomorrow with the projection. It's not good, people. It's not good for the ocean. Imagine all that precipitation. What's inside of that is cesium-137, xenon-133, iodine-131, and countless other materials that we do not know yet. But you can see a cumulative level is even getting over here past New York and into the Atlantic, up into the high mid-range. And it's still ongoing. Eventually this will all be orange with an accumulative amount, which is a lot. And let's go ahead and look at just a couple more of these. Here's their atmospheric transport model. Let's just go ahead and look at surface. This picks up on the 15th, so this literally starts at the time of Fukushima exploding. And it's going to bring us up to now. I know it's going to take a while to get through this, but it's worth it. This lets you know what you're being exposed to on the surface level. Pretty obvious. We have low level with a spike of mid here over the central United States, and we're almost up to April now, and keep in mind we're on April 14th now already, so we have 14 more days to go in this projection here. Okay, again you can see low mid, just low. Okay, and then along about the 6th or the 7th, you can see it begin to gather. And you see it raise in level to a light blue, which is mid. And then now you start to see the yellow start to come over. You see little spots of yellow or manila. Then that would be, of course, high mid. And here we are, April 11th, April 12th, April 13th. And then today, and we have full mid coming over at surface level. I'm going to takes it up to the 16th, the 17th. Okay. And that's only surface. Now we need to go and look at 2,500 meters, which is our precip level, where snow, rain, hail, all of that will pass through this level. The 2,500 meter, which is 7,500 feet. And again, there's your first burst off the explosion from Fukushima. I'm sorry this is going to take so long, but it's imperative that we look at this. And it looks like Hawaii, yes, Hawaii is receiving, most definitely Hawaii is receiving full mid-level. To answer a lot of my viewers' questions, yes, Hawaii is receiving a lot of it. And it looks like it's lingering. Okay, so we're almost up to April 1st, and you can see at 2,500 meter level, it is definitely in mid-level range, and once you hit April 5th or 6th, you see a noticeable increase. Right, it looks like the people in Alaska are surely getting 100%. If you live in Alaska, you are getting high mid-levels of radiation. And this is cesium-137, a half-life of 30 years. Okay, here we are, April 9th, and you see high mid levels coming right towards the west coast and Canada. Oh boy. There we go. Vancouver, Seattle, all of California, and then it kind of dissipates slightly over the mountains, but it still remains on mid-level, and then that's where we're at. So all the links are down below, guys. I wish I could give you better news, but this is just, I have to show this to you, which basically means do not get this precipitation on you. Do not drink tap water, in my opinion. This is my opinion, of course, but I'm not drinking tap water. I went out and bought a ton of water, and make sure it's bottled before 3/11, because that's when the explosion happened. And you can see within a couple days, by 3:15, 3:16, you've got your first levels of radiation coming over at surface, 2,500 and 5,000 meters. Well, there you have it. And it's multiple isotopes. And some of them will decay within days, others will stay for 30 years. It's truly a shame. It really is. And it's a shame that we can't get this information from a government source where people will accept, you can show your relatives. Because when you show people YouTube, okay, yeah, all the links are down below, but people still don't take it seriously. They want to hear it from an official source. But we're not going to hear it from an official source. What are they going to tell us? Mid to high levels of radiation are coming over us, and there's nothing we can do about it, and it's going to get into everything. I mean, I totally see why they're not. But nonetheless, folks, there you have it. And if more information becomes available, I will make it known to you. But just so you know, these are all forecasts done by accredited meteorological agencies. And they've been right so far, unfortunately. Cheers.